Colleen, even in her real life, is talking about sadness or pain or trauma. There's also a dry humor and a sense of levity and wit and joy and love.
Is Hollywood's fairy tale over? For years, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have been the undisputed king and queen of celebrity couples. Playful jabs on social media, red carpet adoration, a seemingly unbreakable bond, they were relationship goals personified. But now, a bombshell rumor is threatening to shatter that picture-perfect image. Whispers of a staggering $100 million child support lawsuit. Could this be the shocking truth hiding beneath the witty banter and magazine covers? Or is it just another wild internet fabrication?
A lot of it's my real life clothes or my husband's clothes or my girlfriend Gigi's clothes. I was borrowing some.
Wait, that's kind of amazing. So you have something of Gigi's in the movie.
Yeah, it's like a wedding, like something old, something borrowed, something blue, something new.
Wait, which one? Now I want to think of the scene.
Oh, I'm wearing her stuff all over it.
Oh, really?
Tons of like Bodhi, which is with the suit now that I'm wearing is Bodhi. It was meant for my husband, but I borrowed it.
His suit?
It was meant for him to wear, but it's so pretty. Look at it. You guys are not getting it in the shot.
From a distance, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds presented an image of idyllic partnership. Their public personas, meticulously curated through years of interviews and social media interactions, painted a portrait of a couple deeply in sync. Their playful exchanges were legendary, celebrated for their wit and affection. Fans worldwide were captivated by their seemingly effortless dynamic, embracing them as a beacon of enduring love within the often turbulent landscape of Hollywood relationships. They became symbols of a successful marriage in a demanding industry, their bond appearing unbreakable. This widespread admiration is precisely what makes the current rumor so jarring, so utterly discordant with established perceptions. The mere suggestion of legal conflict, especially one centered around the sensitive issue of child support, feels fundamentally at odds with the narrative the public has so readily embraced.
But I was like just tracking him down, and then I finally got to read the script, and the script was a thriller. So that was a little confusing to me because he's like such a funny director.
Yeah.
And so I said, you know, what is this? Because the script is definitely like a twisting, turning, intense thriller. Is it a comedy or a thriller? And he said, yes. So then every day on set, I was like, is today a comedy or is it a thriller?
It's a good mix.
And it's like, yeah, it's like really kind of over the top and campy and trashy and fun and like, you know, kind of like my outfit, I guess.
In the wake of this explosive rumor, the internet transformed into a vast, decentralized detective agency. Armchair sleuths and fervent fans meticulously scrutinized every online detail, searching for corroborating evidence, no matter how tenuous. Social media timelines became crime scenes, with cryptic posts dissected for hidden meanings and seemingly innocuous absences interpreted as damning indictments. A missing wedding band, a solo red carpet appearance, a subtly worded Instagram caption, each became fodder for fervent speculation, twisted and contorted to fit the emerging narrative of marital discord. Aha, declared the online investigators, presenting these fragmented clues as irrefutable proof of underlying tensions. But let's pause for a moment and inject a dose of realism. Are these truly concrete indicators of a $100 million legal showdown? Or are they simply the mundane realities of lives lived in the public eye, the logistical challenges of coordinating schedules, the ebb and flow of personal style, the ever-present risk of misinterpretation in the digital age? It's remarkably easy to project narratives onto ambiguous situations, especially when fueled by a pre-existing desire to uncover a hidden truth.
It's a bit of a tough adjustment in our house, but it's good. I mean, I have two other daughters, so my oldest is very into the baby, but my middle child, not so much. But we're thinking of keeping her.
Does she like play with her? What does she think?
Well, she sort of like pretends to play with her. So like in the beginning, our oldest is like loving on her, and she's like very maternal, and then our middle daughter is just keeps away from her.
Then we must confront the sheer magnitude of the alleged child support demand. $100 million. This figure isn't just large, it's stratospheric, bordering on the absurd. It immediately triggers skepticism, raising questions about its plausibility and grounding in reality. Child support calculations in practical terms are typically rooted in quantifiable factors: parental income, demonstrable expenses related to childcare, and the specific needs of the children involved. While the opulent lifestyles of high-profile celebrities can certainly inflate these costs to considerable sums, $100 million remains an outlier, an almost cartoonishly exaggerated amount. It transcends the realm of reasonable financial support, entering the territory of sensationalism. This exorbitant figure suggests something more than a straightforward request for equitable financial contribution. It hints at a level of acrimony and punitive intent that clashes dramatically with the previously perceived dynamic between Blake and Ryan. Is it conceivable that this inflated number is strategically deployed, designed to maximize media attention, to amplify the drama far beyond any actual legal foundation? The very size of the sum certainly achieves that effect, instantly captivating public attention and fueling the flames of gossip.
I think the idea that people think that they know you, I think because of how intrusive media is these days, people care so much more about your personal life than they do your work, and if you aren't open with your personal life, then they just make it up for you and share it for you.
While the sensational $100 million figure may be improbable as straightforward child support, we can, for the sake of thorough examination, briefly consider more nuanced, albeit purely speculative, financial scenarios. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are not merely actors, they are multifaceted entrepreneurs presiding over complex financial empires. Their holdings extend beyond acting salaries to encompass lucrative real estate portfolios, high-value brand partnerships, and ownership stakes in burgeoning production ventures. Could this rumored lawsuit, if it were to possess any kernel of truth, be less about conventional child support payments and more intricately entangled with these more complex financial arrangements? Could the dispute, in theory, revolve around the division of shared business assets, the allocation of future royalties from collaborative projects, or disagreements regarding the financial implications of brand endorsements, all potentially and perhaps misleadingly categorized under the broad and attention-grabbing umbrella of child support? It's crucial to reiterate that this line of inquiry remains entirely within the realm of conjecture. In the absence of authentic legal documentation or verifiable insider accounts, such explorations remain speculative exercises designed to consider all possibilities, however improbable. Hollywood, by its very nature, exists within a perpetual vortex of whispers, rumors, and manufactured narratives. The annals of celebrity history are replete with sensational stories that, upon closer inspection, dissolved into pure fabrication. From clandestine affairs and phantom breakups to elaborate conspiracy theories and fabricated feuds, the entertainment industry provides fertile ground for the cultivation and dissemination of unfounded claims. This Blake and Ryan saga, however, possesses a slightly different texture. It distinguishes itself from typical celebrity gossip through the aforementioned specificity of the $100 million assertion. It transcends the generic trouble in paradise trope, presenting a seemingly concrete, numerically defined allegation. This numerical precision lends it an air of credibility, making it more intrinsically intriguing than vaguer pronouncements of marital discord. It invites a more intense level of scrutiny, prompting a deeper dive into the potential origins and veracity of the claim. Is this heightened intrigue warranted, or is it merely a testament to the persuasive power of a well-placed, albeit potentially baseless number? Does the specificity genuinely indicate a more substantial foundation, or is it simply a more effective tactic for capturing and sustaining public interest?
I mean, I internalized that as opportunity. We had such a responsibility to this audience to deliver something and to have the opportunity to deliver something for a passionate group of people.
Yes.
As someone who is so deeply passionate myself, I was so excited about that. I would so much rather have that than people who are indifferent.
Blase.
Adding another layer of complexity to this unfolding narrative is the conspicuous absence of corroborating reports from mainstream media outlets. Typically, a rumor of this magnitude involving personalities of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' stature would ignite a media firestorm. Established news organizations, celebrity gossip publications, and entertainment news programs would be engaged in a frantic scramble to either confirm or debunk the allegations. Inside sources would emerge from the woodwork, leaking tantalizing snippets of information, and journalistic investigations would be launched to unearth concrete evidence. Yet, in this instance, we are met with relative quietude. Crickets, as the saying goes. This conspicuous lack of mainstream media validation arguably constitutes the most compelling evidence against the rumor's authenticity. Reputable news organizations, wary of legal repercussions and committed to journalistic integrity, are often hesitant to disseminate unsubstantiated claims, particularly those with potentially damaging implications. Some proponents of the rumor suggest a concerted media blackout orchestrated by powerful legal teams working tirelessly to suppress the story. However, in the contemporary media landscape, characterized by relentless competition, pervasive leaks, and the ever-watchful eyes of paparazzi, the notion of maintaining absolute silence surrounding a $100 million lawsuit involving globally recognized figures feels inherently improbable. Finally, we must consider the carefully constructed public personas of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds themselves. Their established brand, meticulously cultivated over years in the spotlight, is fundamentally rooted in wit, self-deprecation, and a shared comedic sensibility. They have consistently projected an image of levity and lightheartedness, employing humor as a central element of their public interactions. They have navigated countless interviews with playful banter and self-aware jokes, crafting a perception of openness and genuine affability. But the question inevitably arises, could this comedic facade serve as a cleverly constructed shield, masking deeper, more complex realities beneath the surface? Is it conceivable that their public playfulness is a deliberate deflection, diverting attention from underlying tensions or unresolved conflicts within their private lives? It's tempting, in our quest for hidden narratives, to interpret every joke, every witty exchange as a potential indicator of fragility, a subtle crack in the seemingly seamless facade. However, isn't it equally plausible, and perhaps even more likely, that their public image to some extent reflects a genuine aspect of their personalities? That their comedic inclinations are not merely performance, but rather an authentic expression of their individual and shared dispositions? Human relationships, particularly those conducted under the intense scrutiny of public life, are rarely simplistic or easily categorized. Nuance and complexity are inherent, and judging the internal dynamics of any relationship based solely on curated public displays is an inherently precarious endeavor.
Well, I actually knew of the film before I knew of Colleen's book, which is, I know, a unique entry point, but I think because I just have 1,000 children, I, have missed all of pop culture, and her significant impact in the world of books. I mean, so many of her books are on the New York Times bestseller. I mean, it's crazy.
Regardless of its veracity, the $100 million lawsuit rumor, simply by its widespread circulation, possesses the potential to inflict tangible damage on Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' carefully cultivated public image, and by extension, their lucrative personal brands. In the celebrity ecosystem, perception is often indistinguishable from reality, and even unfounded allegations can leave indelible marks on public opinion. Their brand as a harmonious, lighthearted, and aspirational couple is intrinsically linked to their professional success, influencing endorsement deals, project opportunities, and overall public favor. A persistent narrative of marital discord, even if ultimately proven false, can erode this carefully constructed brand equity, casting a shadow of doubt over their previously unblemished image. The rumor, in essence, functions as a form of reputational risk, a potential threat to the carefully managed public perception that underpins a significant portion of their professional and financial endeavors. Even if the rumor eventually fades, the lingering questions and subtle shifts in public perception it engenders can have long-term consequences in the fiercely competitive world of Hollywood. The very act of having to address or deny such rumors can also inadvertently lend them credibility, drawing further attention to the negative narrative. Zooming out from this specific instance, the Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds rumor serves as a potent case study, illuminating the broader dynamics of celebrity relationships within the hyper-connected, perpetually online digital age. In an era characterized by instant information dissemination, social media amplification, and an insatiable public appetite for celebrity content, rumors, regardless of their factual basis, can propagate with unprecedented speed and reach. The traditional gatekeepers of information, established media outlets, are increasingly circumvented as social platforms become primary sources of news and gossip, often prioritizing virality over verification. This decentralized and democratized information landscape, while offering certain benefits, also creates fertile ground for misinformation and unsubstantiated claims to flourish. Celebrity couples in particular find themselves under constant microscopic scrutiny, their every public action dissected, analyzed, and often misinterpreted by millions of online observers. The pressure to maintain a flawless public image intensifies, while the line between public persona and private reality becomes increasingly blurred. The Blake and Ryan rumor, therefore, is not merely an isolated incident of celebrity gossip, it's a symptom of a larger cultural phenomenon, reflecting the evolving relationship between celebrities, the media, and the increasingly influential digital public sphere. It underscores the challenges faced by high-profile couples navigating the complexities of fame in an age of instant and often unforgiving online judgment. In conclusion, where does this swirling vortex of rumor and speculation ultimately leave us? The $100 million lawsuit narrative, despite its dramatic allure, remains firmly entrenched in the realm of unverified claims. Solid, credible evidence, the kind that would withstand journalistic scrutiny or legal examination, remains conspicuously absent. Perhaps in time, Blake and Ryan will choose to address the swirling conjecture, perhaps with a perfectly timed, characteristically humorous social media post, effectively dismantling the rumor with a single witty salvo. Alternatively, they may opt for silence, allowing the story to gradually dissipate, becoming just another fleeting example of internet gossip briefly capturing the collective imagination before fading into digital obscurity. Ultimately, this high-stakes saga, whether grounded in reality or pure fabrication, serves as a potent reminder of our collective fascination with celebrity drama, our inherent susceptibility to sensational narratives, and the often unbridgeable chasm separating carefully constructed public images from the intricate realities of private lives. Is this simply a fleeting internet phenomenon destined to be replaced by the next viral headline, or does it offer a more profound insight into the dynamics of celebrity culture, the power of online narratives, and our enduring quest to decipher the truth behind the carefully curated facades of fame? What conclusions have you drawn from this unfolding drama? Share your perspectives and insights in the comments section below.